Sure. Yeah, so much. But just do like Gabor made his pilot. That's great. Just do it. Just do
Yeah,
things.
you almost died.
Yeah.
It's good.
You almost died.
He almost died.
Who almost killed you?
I mean,
He fell in the ocean.
it was
Fell in the
too.
ocean?
It was really intense. Like in a way, it's still intense, but I hope it will pay off at some time, someday.
You're being very secretive about this project.
Yeah, I know.
Are you gonna like, if you say too much, are you gonna get like arrested or like take or?
No, it's still in the works. It's just a pilot that we started to make. So we just showing it around right now. I just got the latest grading today, so it's in the works.
Mm-hmm.
Still.
And you're not allowed to talk about the other project, are you?
What other project? What? Oh, what?
Bleep.
What, the Queen of Chess?
Yeah. Are you? You better not be.
I don't know if I'm allowed. Probably not.
All right. Well, we'll keep it safe.
Okay, elusive
We'll keep it secret. We'll have another episode
guy.
when you're allowed to talk about it.
I don't know what we are allowed to talk and what not.
Well, you should probably find out.
Yeah, it's in the contract.
Well, anyways, this is cool. So your involvement in Wolf's Edge started with the Start graphic novel. This is chapter 2. We've got chapter 1 here,
That's
and we're launching on Kickstarter for pre-sales and to help us finish book 3, the final part of volume 1, in April. So April 1st Kickstarter. But you started with us because we found you in Austin and we needed some help.
over a year ago.
Over a year ago. The story used to be called Sigma. It was like totally different. Not totally different, but
It all stemmed from the same.
it
as
definitely stems from the same. I mean, that's, if anything's an example of revision, it's this whole thing. 15 years ago with the short films, then all the way to Wolf's Edge, like many revisions along the way. Embrace the process, right? So
We had an excursion.
but we had a little excursion. What
we were
picked you up at? Yeah, you tell your
in beauty.
version of the story.
No, yeah, I remember meeting you guys. We met up at Austin's own Cosmic Coffee. And
Pickle really
chatting. I remember Gabor is just such an interesting guy, and he I think he just, after we chatted about bringing me on as associate producer, I remember Gabor was like, let's hang out again tomorrow and talk about the script, and it was just so funny. But from then on, yeah, we were just working in development, working on, on the script and location scouting, and we went out on a 10-hour drive through the South all the way to Mississippi. Landed in Biloxi, this tiny little coastal town. It was December, it was freezing.
It was
So
cold.
definitely not a beach vacation at all by any means.
Yeah, we rented a boat.
We rented a boat
To location scout.
to go location scout on
and our
island.
winter coats.
Yeah, we had our winter coats on. I remember the sun was out and it was bright, but the water was so choppy and the water was spraying on us and it was freezing and the wind was freezing. So it was like frozen water spraying, like frozen wood. Literally, we were all just so cold, but we got to the island and it was just really cool to see the story could really happen there.
Right.
Really start to picture it physically in front of us. But yeah, it started kind of off as there's just so many ideas and you guys were just so open to everything and starting out as this thriller idea, and then I think the graphic novel or comic medium is perfect for the story. He's kind of like this adolescent superhero, and you really feel for the characters, and the whole father-son struggle. I don't want to spoil anything. But it's the heart of the script that we had originally started off with really bled into the way the graphic novel turned out. And I think these visuals, now that you have this in a readable a medium with all of these visuals, this just serves as concept art for when you pick back up on the film.
Yeah, I love that. And we had fun. We went to New Orleans.
We did stop in New Orleans.
What happens in New Orleans stays in New Orleans.
I wanted to stay there.
I know.
You took me out of there. I should have stayed. longer.
It was
Still be there, man.
It was just.
I would
floating
still
through
be
the-
there.
Street corner playing freaking.
Yeah, that was
Zach.
an amazing life.
We had the red beans on the rice.
We had lots of oysters.
Oh
I
yeah.
forgot.
It was really fun.
Yeah, we did it up Bourbon Street.
Yeah,
We did it up.
and that was before.
Great live music. It's still really nice, even though it's
Yeah.
touristy. It's still awesome.
No, it was super
Yeah.
fun. It's always fun.
It was like It was like the first week of December, so it was dead because everyone was like getting ready for Christmas and
that's
stuff.
true. That's true. But it was still like stuff was happening.
Yeah, it's like 6th Street here. You know, there's always
Right.
something happening.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah. So it's kind of crazy. Like actually, Biloxi, Mississippi was interesting, and
And we met. The great thing too is like we just met some people who work in production who were just so gung ho and so helpful and
I really
to
wanted to
come
help
on
us.
board or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's just really great to like see that passion.
Yeah, I could totally see us shooting there. And people were like, Mississippi. And I'm like, actually, we found a bunch of great locations, great people. You know, they got a 30%
Yeah.
cash rebate for production, which is really nice.
And they were
have-
supportive of like the city officials and everything.
Yeah.
Do we go talk to the mayor a little bit?
We talked to the mayor.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all small town. You know, we went to like the ribbon cutting of like a new,
Little
Bench.
Park, yeah.
you know, and
Like,
the mayor
hi.
was there. Like, everyone was there. It was like it was lovely, you know.
Yeah.
And we were, you know, we come in, we look like ragtag Hollywood. We're like, we're coming to shoot a movie. Not really.
No, well,
But people were really friendly to us and wanted to help. And oh, you got to talk to this guy. Or
Yeah.
I connect you with.
a lot of
okay.
people who had a lot of connections in the film world, which is really interesting in that little town.
For sure.
People who have acted in films, like
Mhm.
yeah. And then we went to a pig farm
Pig
and saw
A pig farm.
we saw the most loyal turkey that like
I
pet
know.
turkey that I've ever seen. He just followed his master right behind him like a dog,
Yeah.
like just always behind him, just following his dad around. His
The pig farmer.
huge turkey, like just
He said that this turkey will die of old age, not of
yeah,
like
he wasn't gonna eat it.
slaughter.
Yeah. And
I
then,
forget what that turkey's name was. It had like a great name.
man, I forgot to. I have videos
Yeah.
of him. And then I remember after we left that farm, like the farmer just loved us so much, and he was like, "Do you guys want to come out to on my boat tomorrow, or like come to my like lake house or something?" And we're like, "No, we literally have to drive back to
know.
Texas where we're from, but no, thank you."
I know. We met so many great people. I mean, there's awesome.
Savannah.
Yeah.
Of course,
Vanna Jones.
shout out.
Is that her last name?
Yeah.
Savannah was helping out
Yeah,
that.
she was
She
great.
did the organizing.
She did. Yeah, there were like I could see a production there for sure.
Yeah, which is really
Mhm.
exciting.
Yeah. But yeah, so what's next? I mean, what are we doing?
We want to shoot this as a film.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Yeah. I know. But we need an audience to do that. And so we've put together all this beautiful artwork to hopefully grow an audience. And our artist Artur Mai is in Hungary, and he's done a great job, and he's been sending me new pages for the final part of this volume today. And it's just he keeps outdoing himself, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think the art is a huge. What really stands out.
Mhm.
You know, besides the story, it's just absolutely.
What is the
incredible.
story?
Yeah, he understood the story. That's a really big thing.
What is the story?
Yeah, what is the story?
Yeah, that's for you to answer.
How would you describe it?
I don't know.
I would say survival adventure, coming of age.
Yeah, it's
That's good.
you know, I don't like to spoil things, and I think the most basic plot story is, you know, boy washes up on a deserted island, has
Yeah.
to survive. That's like but that is ignoring all the twists and the madness.
It's like Hatchet. To
Yeah,
me.
it's
It's like Hatchet meets. It's like supernatural
Lost.
something lost maybe.
Yeah, there's some Lost in there. There's some Castaway. There's some Lord of the Flies.
Yeah.
You know, Hook. There's a lot of influences, but yeah, and I mean, there's really no one has read it except for like very small group. No one knows the story, so like I want to be very protective for the first audience. Once I think the book comes out and there's an audience we could maybe start to
Delve deep.
talk deeper about like what happens. But yeah, there's a lot of story there. There's enough story to we're already writing volume 2 and a bunch of other stuff. So yeah, anyways, thanks everybody. This is a great
Yeah, thank you.
episode 2, and Wolf's Edge, April 1st Kickstarter. It'll be going on till May 1st, so it's your first opportunity to get to order books, and yeah, super excited. Thanks,
Awesome.
Yeah.
Sam, Denise, Gabor.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is great.
Okay, and I'm Sky Wallen, and thank you. This is Wolf's Den.
Yay,
Okay.
we did it.
How was that?
That was good.